Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jennifer. We are a middle-aged couple with a Regal Unlimited subscription and a serious fetish for movie popcorn.
Normally, we make a video every time we see a movie together in 2025. Confession time. We didn't see this movie.
Well, we didn't finish it.
We didn't see the end of the movie. We walked out of this movie.
Yeah, it was a Monday mystery movie.
We walked out of it because it was so good, we couldn't handle the sheer majesty of cinema that was unfolding. No, we walked out of this movie because we were so bored.
Yep.
Okay, so this is The Mastermind. Directed by Kelly Reichardt.
Who I've never heard of, but apparently of the things that I have read since we've been home, is somebody I guess I should have actually heard of if I were paying attention to indie movie making, which I am not.
So starring one of the guys from Challenger.
Yes, Challengers.
Yeah.
Josh O'Connor.
Yeah. And
who again is one of those people that, like, I think there are people in the universe who actually know who he is. I find him indistinguishable from many other people of his age and general looks. And
also starring one of the Haim sisters.
Yes.
Are they sisters?
Yes.
Yeah, one of the Haim sisters.
Alana.
Who,
did we?
I say starring because she's literally in about 4 minutes of this film, and she gets one line, which is...
Don't do that.
I'm at work, don't call me here.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let's see.
So
what did we see? We saw something recently that had one of them in it. Never mind. I'm not going to figure it out.
Let's not worry about that right now.
Yeah.
So this is a boring movie. It looked good. Like, the opening credits looked good. It's got this jazzy score that, as jazzy scores go, it was fine. It's a heist movie set in 1970. Apparently based on a true story. Okay. And this movie wants to waste your time. There are multiple sequences in this movie of cars backing up and doing three-point turns. There are scenes in this movie of a woman cooking an egg. It's not an important egg. It's not a symbolic egg. It's not a metaphorical egg in any way. It's just somebody was hungry, so she made them an egg. And you get to watch her make the egg. Like, this movie...
Build a box. Put 4 things in the box. Close the box.
Struggle.
Put the box... No. You're talking about the removing stuff from the box. I am talking about building the box. Put 4 things in the box. Close the box.
Yeah.
Put the box in the car.
Yeah.
Drive from town to the middle of nowhere. Go into, like, some sort of barnish kind of thing, although it really isn't. I don't know what it is, like a shed or a barn or whatever.
Yeah.
And then find the ladder. Put the ladder to the loft. Then open the box. Take 2 of the things out of the box. Put them under your arm. Go up the ladder. Put the things in the loft. Come down the ladder. Take the other 2 things out of the box. Put them under your arm. Go up to the ladder. Put them in the loft. Go down the ladder. Then put the top back on the box. Pick up the empty box. Figure out how to scoot the empty box up the ladder. Put the empty box in the loft. Climb up into the loft. Open the box. Put the 4 things in the box. While you are putting the 4th thing in the box, kick the ladder off. Then realize you did that. Kind of mutter to yourself. Then put all 4 things back in the box. Close the box. Figure out how to lower yourself off the loft and fall off the loft.
Yep.
Are you bored?
It's a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, I described it much faster than it happened.
Yeah, that's a 10-minute scene.
As far as we know, until we left, and I don't think from what we read about what might have happened after we left, did that scene add up to anything beyond telling you where those 4 objects were.
At no point in the movie does anybody have any trouble retrieving those 4 objects in the box.
Nope.
Despite the fact that this man went to such trouble to put them in a difficult to get to location. When they are recovered, it's just a cut. Like a smash cut.
Yep.
So, Yeah, we walked out of this film.
Honestly, it's about a privileged douche who you're not, I think, supposed to think of as a privileged douche. From
the son of a judge.
What we read, we're supposed to think of as like amusingly shambolic. But I don't see an amusingly shambolic man.
There was nothing. This man had no affect. There was no humor in this movie. There's no attempt at personality. None of the characters are given any kind of depth at all, other than what clothes they wear, what cars they drive. This movie's obsessed with shots of cars from the 70s, and just not interesting cars from the 70s, mind you. Station wagons, four-door sedans, painted powder blue. Yeah, just it's clearly like the filmmakers were trying to go for an ambient sense of time and place. But why? What about this time and place is worth making a film about? I don't know.
Yeah, the time and place don't seem relevant. It's kind of a story about like a heist gone bad that could have been set at any time. The actual heist took place in 1972, and this movie appears to be set in 1970 or maybe 1971.
The reason we know that is there's a car that has a 1970 tag on it.
Right. Which means it could be
an expired tag.
It could be an expired tag.
But why show that in the frame?
Right.
Unless you want to locate this film in 1970. I don't know.
So, but yeah, I mean, in reality, it could have been at any point in time. And, you know, it's giving you some dimension about like, you know, someone who has, I guess, middle class expectations for their life and has the trappings of, you know, a young middle-class family's life that he's not earning, right? He's not working. The wife is the one that's working. He's like a failed, like maybe carpenter, but he also like, you know.
He was an art student
he went to art school at some point.
Didn't finish that either.
Right, like just somebody who hasn't added up to anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, is apparently going to steal stuff. But we don't even see enough of like what that's supposed to be, of like you're planning to steal stuff generally because you want to make money on it. And so if you're going to make money on it, you got somebody to sell it to. Not a clue about how any of that was supposed to happen or who those people were supposed to be. And they didn't exist. And, you know, he's about to get caught. So he like dips town.
Yeah.
And that's about where we left. And that was an hour and 15 minutes into the movie. And there's another 35 minutes of the movie that we didn't see. So it is apparently about him on the run. And I'm like...
Yeah, I think we can we can tell you the plot of this movie that we saw without getting spoilers, because we didn't see the end of the movie.
Yeah, because, I mean, it is a snooze fest.
Yeah, it wasn't going anywhere interesting.
Anyway, the object in the box is 4 paintings.
Yeah, so literally, do you think the title of this movie was supposed to be a joke?
I think that's why we're supposed to think it's funny, is that, like, you know, oh, he's the mastermind, except he's not all that bright.
So this failed art student, which is how the movie refers to him, it goes to the Framingham Town Art Museum and notices that security is pretty lax. And so he realizes there are 4 paintings that are probably pretty valuable in the museum. They're all in one room. And so he formulates this master plan, this unbelievably intricate and wonderful plan to steal these 4 paintings. Let me describe these plans to you. He's going to pay 2 people to walk into the museum, take the paintings off the wall, and run out the front door of the museum.
With pantyhose on their head.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Yep.
That is the entire master plan.
And then a 3rd person is going to be on the side with a car that they have stolen.
That guy punks out, our hero, the art student, has to drive the car.
Yeah.
They get away with it for the moment.
Term. Things
immediately start to go wrong. One of the thieves turns on him and turns him into the cops, but he gets out of that by some smooth talking. And then the other thief turns him over to the mob, who just take the paintings and give him nothing. But they don't kill him. That was nice.
Or hurt him, or anything.
Yeah, nobody hits him or anything.
Yeah.
The mob just takes the painting and goes away.
And he doesn't know who these mobsters are. So clearly these were not the people who he was going to sell the paintings to. So who was he going to sell these paintings to? How was he going to make any money off of them?
So now he's got nothing. He's got one of his kids in the car. The kid has seen him get taken away by mobsters and then brought back.
The kid seems to not be even the slightest bit fucking bothered by this, mind you. Like,
Oh,
these
nobody in
mobsters yank him out of the car, and the kid goes, Dad, Dad. And then, like, this other guy who sold him out is, like, waiting there with the kid. The kid is now, like, you know, the kid is a ditz anyway, and is, like, running around and playing, and then gets back in the car and is like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, I won't tell Mom.
yeah,
Don't worry.
We'll just go to grandma and grandpa's house. Like, the fuck?
So nobody in this film has any emotional range at all. Like, there's just no sense that anybody cares about anything. It is all just like low-key, low-grade depression in this town, and like nobody's going to have any kind of feelings. The one thing that somebody does that's slightly passionate, the wife throws an alarm clock at his head. Guess what? It happens off screen.
Yeah.
That would be too exciting to put in this film.
Then she's so devastated or whatever that not only does she, like, then not speak, she barely, like, moves. Like, she's, like, paralyzed. But somehow she had, like, the wherewithal to, like, throw something at him. Like, okay.
Yeah. So,
As well she should. She should flush him down the toilet. He's a useless piece of shit, right? Like, but, okay.
yeah, she gives him a disapproving look.
And then takes the kids off,
And then
right?
takes the kids. And then that's the end
To
of
his parents.
That is
mind
the
you.
end of his marriage and the end of his family.
Mm-hmm.
This is a man who had 2 children with this woman.
Twins.
And does not express the slightest bit of remorse or regret for the fact that he just then gets on a bus and goes off apparently to Canada. Stops off at a farmhouse where some friends live.
So the farmhouse is where we left.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Other description online, I guess maybe he ends up going to Canada.
When the farmer said, let me make you an egg, and we had to watch them make the egg, that was it. We were just done.
Yep.
We tried real hard with this movie. It just wasn't enough. There's nothing on that screen. And it's not, like, the cinematography was fine. Like, but what about this environment or this time is so worthy of making a film out of? Like, a lot of the film critics who've seen this movie have, like, talked about how it's a commentary on the Vietnam War. If that happens in the last half hour of the film, fine, but it didn't happen while we were watching it.
In the first hour and 15 minutes.
And
like,
why?
It's clear that the Vietnam War is happening. Like, you hear a couple of news stories in the background, but it's like, okay, that's not happening in these people's lives. These people's lives are about, like, you know, your dad's basically being snarky at you at the dinner table about, like, why you haven't added up to much when other people your age are doing more, when you're the son, right? And the wife feeling, like, aggrieved and oppressed and having no expression on her face to show that, you know, like, yeah.
Also, why do we need a movie that's a commentary on the Vietnam War in 2025? There are other wars you could make comment on. And a war that none of the filmmakers or actors in this movie were alive for.
Certainly not the actors. I don't know anything about this filmmaker, but I'm going to assume not. I mean, you can make a movie about the past. People watched The Holdovers and liked it. I didn't like that either, but
I liked
you
The
know,
Holdovers.
yeah, lots of people like that movie. Like, it's fine. You can make a movie about the Vietnam War. You can make a movie about the 70s. You can make a movie about middle class life in Massachusetts in that era. I just need for there to be something believable about it. Like, if I am this fail son and I want to make some money, then show me figuring out how to make some money, even if my idea is stupid. Like, I don't see anything about money, right? And so if the motive isn't money and the motive is, like, power, you know, I want to feel, like, empowered to take these paintings that I like, even if I'm never going to show them to anyone or try and sell them. Like, show me something that tells me this man is feeling that. He's just, like, going through the motions of doing something that seems to have no particular motivation and no particular outcome. And then when the outcome is bad, he's, like, a little bit scared. Like, who are these people? And, like, you know, that have, like, taken me away, these, like, mobsters. But, like, you know, it's like, I feel like there's a case for people who are experiencing enormous emotion who cannot show it, but they still find a way to show you that they are feeling enormous emotion on the screen. And this was not that kind of movie where like lots of people had all these repressed emotions. It was just like they were ciphers.
So, I saw a movie once called A Ghost Story. It's Casey Affleck, I think.
Oh
plays
yeah,
a ghost
I never saw that.
in this movie. And the joke of the movie is that he just wears a sheet over his head, like with holes cut out for eyes. And that's the ghost part. But there's a scene in that movie. It's a very slow movie. I was gripping the edges of my seat the whole time. That is a good movie. So in this movie, and this is what you were talking about, like somebody who doesn't want to show their emotion, and yet we get to see the emotion. So there's a scene in this movie where his wife, who survives him when he becomes a ghost, is in the midst of her grief, and she walks into the house and she picks up a pie that somebody has given her as like you give people food when they're grieving. So she's got this whole pie, this cherry pie, it doesn't matter, some kind of red berry pie. And she takes a fork and she sits down with this pie and she just starts to eat this pie. And she keeps eating this pie. This is a 10-minute scene, right? Like I said about the 10-minute scenes. It's a 10-minute scene of her just eating this pie. And as she's eating the pie, she's getting, like, starting to get agitated more and more. But she really plays it off. Like, she's really struggling to keep control and not even let herself see her own emotions, right? But then as she's eating the pie, she gets more and more upset and can't handle it anymore. And finally, she, like, throws the pie plate across the room and just buries her face in her hands, and we cut away. And it was one of the most compelling things I've ever seen in the cinema. 10 minutes of somebody eating a pie. And I felt so many emotions in that scene. 10 minutes of this man putting paintings in a box in a hayloft, and then moving the box, then moving the paintings, then kicking the ladder, and figuring out how to get down.
I forgot to mention that he covered the box with hay. Yeah, that happened too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, The Mastermind, was nominated for the Palme d'Or, one of the biggest film awards in the world. I can't imagine what they were thinking.
I mean, I am not the one to have anything to say about that, because the number of movies nominated for the Palme d'Or that I probably have ever seen in my life is a vanishingly small number. Like, because I don't watch good movies, Like, I think the only Palme d'Or winner I've ever seen is Parasite, right? Like, sure. It's quite possible that I've never seen another one. So clearly this movie was not for me. Like, that's fine. I don't know who it's for, and I don't know what the criteria is they're using to look at it. The two reviews that we looked at, that I believe were written by people. Like, I just don't like the part of the movie that they were talking about that I know I saw is not the same movie. Like, I'm not the audience for it. So. Yep. It's fine. Maybe you are good on you if you are. I don't walk out of movies. No. I really don't.
No, I've walked out of maybe 2 or 3 movies my entire life, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've walked out of, what was the Mama Mafia one with Toni Collette? What was that movie called?
Yeah, we did walk out of that one, didn't we? Mafia Mama.
Mafia Mama, yeah. Walked out of that. That was terrible.
But even that, like, it was an interesting idea, and, like, it was dumb, but we didn't want to see it. But, there was an audience for it. There was, like, there was an attempt at humor in it.
There was an attempt at humor in it, yes. And there was an attempt at a plot. Like, there was a more discernible plot in that movie of what I saw and I saw less of that movie than I saw this. I think I walked out of that after 20 minutes.
All right. This is now a 20-minute review.
I know, but it should be entertaining to you because, you are audience, because, we're just ranting, and I'm amused by myself when I rant like this. Okay. So, like, you have to watch it. That's fine.
You have to watch the rant, not the movie.
Please don't watch the movie.
Okay. Like, I'm sure there are people who disagree with us, and
Yep.
they are, of course, welcome to their opinions.
Yeah, they are
There
the
are
movie making people.
plenty of movie world people who are going to love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know why, but okay, that's their
So
business.
this is the second movie that if this movie gets an Oscar that Sinners is nominated for,
Right.
I'm gonna fuck some shit
There's
up.
no chance this movie's getting an Oscar.
You know what? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
That's it.
well, anyway, there's another mystery movie in a couple weeks. We
Yeah.
already bought tickets.
Yeah, and there's
We're
some other
suckers.
movie that's not a mystery movie that we'll probably see as well. So,
Probably. Okay, so until next time.
Toodaloo.